Thank you guys for stopping by at my channel, and thank you so much for your time, and I do appreciate you being here. Now, today I want to talk about KDP. And normally when we hear about KDP, a lot of questions comes to, a person's mind when they hear KDP, like, whoa, what's that now? Well, today I'm going to try and answer some of these questions. So, for example, questions that people might have when it comes to KDP would be like, what is KDP? Where is it done? How can it be done? Can anyone do it? The experiences that are needed to do it, if any. Does it include any marketing and how much? What's the cost to start up, if there's any? What types of resources that are needed in order to be effective while doing KDP? And the ultimate one is, will you make any money? So I I think that yes, we can make money. And so today I am going to try and answer some of these questions. So what is KDP? KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing, and you can do this via the Amazon platform. Now, this model is geared to people who are independent publishers. And basically, if you do this model right, then basically you will make passive income. Now, when people talk about passive income, we must also bear in mind that you have to do the upfront work, okay? So we don't just get passive income by just, not doing anything. You have to put in the work. All right, so the next question is, how is KDP done? So you create, whether you're going to create a low content book, a medium content book, or a high content book. After you've done the creation, then you would upload it on the platform. And of course, Amazon will do the printing and the shipping, and you will get your profit from, uploading that book. Now, for the purposes of this video, we will try to stick to low content and medium content book. And when we talk about low content book, we're talking about books that are repetitive in the interiors. So when you think about journals, you think about trackers, you think about logbooks, you think about diaries. These are considered, and notebooks, of course. These are considered to be low content book. They're low content because inside there, a lot of them will have minimum amount of lines, or they might just be blank pages that the customer will have to write whatever they want, or track whatever they want, or ultimately put whatever they want in these books. Now, this is a good and easy way to, make a lot of books and put them up. But we also have to bear in mind that with low content book, there are, a lot of competition. So when you are going to create a low content book, you have to be smart about it. And I will get further down into why you need to be smart when you're producing low content books. So of course, when you create this low content book, Amazon will print, ship, and then the customer will get their book, and of course, hopefully they will leave your feedback on the quality of these books that you've created. Now, when you think about costs, to start, it can cost you nothing, as well as it can cost you, a lot of things, but that cost is dependent on what you're willing to spend. So I think on the surface of costs, I would say nothing. This is a good thing, because it means that it gives equal opportunity for yourself and other people to be able to enter this space and try and see if you can capitalize on this opportunity of making books so that the public can buy. Now the question of marketing. As you know, Amazon is an international company, worldwide international company, and so they are countless countries that people will be searching at different times on the platform. And provided they find what they're looking for, provided your keywords are, matching to what they're searching for, provided that your cover looks really good, then more than likely your book will show up, and then people will, go and look inside your book. Or if they like what they see, they will just buy immediately. Now, if you think about marketing and you think about Amazon, you don't necessarily have to do any marketing in order to get sales. But we know that competition is very stiff because there are lots of other people also doing KDP. So of course you want to increase your chances. So personally, I would think that you would want to do some marketing on other platforms. So when you think about Twitter, when you think about Pinterest, when you think about Instagram, when you think about Facebook, you can do marketing in order to direct traffic to your books on Amazon. And also, Amazon have ads that you can do. But personally, I think that when you're just starting out, you should wait until you start making some money before you start paying for ads on Amazon. And no, they are not very, very expensive. You can more or less decide how much you want to pay, and you can work out the terms in terms of the ads that you want to do on Amazon. But of course, we will get into all of that in a later video. But generally, when it comes to marketing, you don't really have to do any marketing in order to get sales. But like I said, you want to increase your chances of getting sale. So marketing is a very, very good idea. Another thing we can think about is that that Amazon.com is the US market. But of course, if you're living in the UK, then you will have Amazon.co.uk. If you live in Japan, you'll have Amazon.jp. If you live in India, and you get the idea, India, Brazil, Argentina, you get the idea. So if, for example, you are going to write a book that is geared to the Japanese market, you can also do small things to ensure that your book shows up on the Japanese market. And this is one of the benefits of creating an Author Central account. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will get further into that in another video, but I need to mention it now. So when you go into an Author Central, when you create your Author Central account, a customer comes and see an item that you have made, or you have a book on Amazon, they will go ahead and they can click on your author name, and that will take them straight to your account. And of course, they will see all the books that you have already produced. But saying that, there's another feature where you can select a particular book that you want to be very prominent in one of the different Amazon markets. So like I was talking about the Japanese book, if you made a Japanese book and you wanted your book to focus on the Japanese market, you can also do that. You can also set up that feature in your Author Central account. But of course, like I said, we will go into that in a further video. So in order for you to do very well, remember I said earlier on that, anybody can be successful provided, you do certain things, and your success depends on how certain things are done. So when we think about the books that we are going to create, personally, it's a good idea to focus on quality and not quantity. because I'm pretty sure there are lots of sellers that are on Amazon who have countless of books that no one is buying, and they are wondering why are they not getting the sales that they, that they think they, or that they thought they would have gotten. And the reality is that if you have a crappy looking cover, more than likely a customer is not even going to waste your time to look on that book. And then the ones that have the look inside feature, if a customer looks inside your book and the quality looks quite dreary, or it doesn't match what the name or the title of your book is, then more than likely you're not going to get any sale. And you also have to bear in mind that most people, well, not most, but a lot of people, they are scrolling on their phones. So your font size is also a key factor that can also affect your sales. Because if you have some teeny weeny baby fonts that people can't see, nobody's going to waste their time to look or even click on your book. They're just going to scroll on down to the next bigger picture that they can see with bigger words that they can see. So this is what I'm saying when I'm telling you that the way you do KDP is also vital, whether you fail or you succeed. Also, you have to think about your competitors. So when you think about your competitors, so let's say you're going to do a coloring book. Even though you have your idea and you know what you're doing, it is smart, in my view, to go onto Amazon and see what your competitors are doing. Now, please, ladies and gentlemen, do not copy one of your competitors' idea, because I promise you it won't get you very far. Okay? You have to be unique. You have to be different in order to stand out from the crowd. And you, like I said, there is a competition that is going on to get customers. So you have to be out there. You also want to be possible on the very first page, because let's face it, if you think about, for example, notebooks, you have maybe 50 or 60,000 people who are selling notebooks. But you don't want to be on page 40. Which customer is going to be searching on page 40? Just for a notebook. It's not going to happen. So we are going to get down further into how we can solve this problem with the competition. But back to the success of being on Amazon. If you want to be successful on Amazon, you have to also consider your competitors. You have to consider your keywords. You have to consider so many different things. But don't be overwhelmed by that, because as time goes on, you will master all of these things that I'm telling you about in order to be successful. So the next question is, can you do it? The short answer is yes. But like I said before, your success depends on how it is done. Now let's get real. KDP is not for someone who is thinking about get rich quick. It won't work. It won't work. You have to take the long view when you think about KDP. Yes, people are making money, but you make money after you have mastered certain skills, after you have produced certain books, after you have gotten very good, or you are at creating books with your covers and the different elements that you need to include to stand out. And also people learn by repetitive action. So let's say you make a notebook today, and it's an ordinary notebook, no diagrams, no nothing, just a notebook, one blank cover, and one color, and that's it, and you have no writing. And then you go onto Amazon, and when you look, you see so many people with different fonts, different elements on their book. Then more than likely the second book that you're going to make, naturally you're going to want to include some of these things. So this is what I'm saying when I'm telling you that mastering certain skills and being better at producing your books will also ensure that customers buy your items and keep on coming back to your store. So we have to think about this in terms of, yes, we can do it, but how we are going to do it, we have to also think of a strategy, because we want these customers, we want them to just think about, you know if they're going to look for a certain item, let me go to X, Y, or Z shop first because I like my last purchase, I like the quality of the work. So we have to think about these things in order to get it done. And then the question of, books that are in demand. The reality is, if you don't think about books that are in demand, then more than likely you're not really going to have success. So if you want to make a notebook about the ocean, and no one is searching on Amazon for a notebook with the ocean or about the ocean, then more than likely you're not going to get any sale. So you have to consider that there are people looking for a certain thing, and you are providing that item for them. And that will also add to your success. You might also hear people talk about, oh, isn't KDP saturated? Blah, blah, blah. Can't we do this? How are we going to be successful? I'm not going to make any money, blah, blah, blah. Well, guys, don't follow the hype, okay? The online hype, don't go with it. Because guess what? Anything that can be done easily, more than likely, you will have competition. However, you can still stand out from this massive sea competition that might be in a certain area. So when we think about oversaturation in terms of KDP, the solution to that is to basically find your niche. Niche down, take the long view. Let's use notebook again as an example. Now, we have the regular unicorn books, mermaid books, whatever other popular, dinosaur are one of the, it's one of them that is very popular, and you'll find lots of books with that. And how are you going to stand out in notebook when you have 60,000 people and everybody is doing dinosaur and something else? So in order to rise above this saturation and come from the bottom page to the first or the second page, is that you have to find a niche within that sea of competitors that are there. And apart from just finding that right niche, you also have to be aware that, yes, somebody's searching for that. And then you add a good cover, then you use very good keywords, and you will find your way right above that. So you have to bear in mind that your research, when you think about oversaturated areas, are needed, and you can't make any shortcuts. You just have to do it. And basically, we know that finding a niche it will take some time, but I think that with perseverance and good searching, and by the way, researching for KDP books or titles does take a lot of your time. The creation is the least of your worries, really. But when you do a very good research, and then you know the kind of book you're going to create, then it should more or less be an easy 1, 2, 3 down the road. Another thing we have to take in view is that at the start you won't have a lot of sales, because like I said, you are learning, but you have to take KDP with the long view. If you have a long view in mind, then you just keep on creating books. You concentrate on quality, and yes, you will eventually see the snowball effect. So quality over quantity, and you will definitely get your sales. I think that when it comes to KDP, you will always have people telling you different things about KDP, but you have to bear in mind that some of these people, they are dissuaders, because they want to get your portion of the pie. And I personally think that we shouldn't make it easy for them. So if you want to earn passive income, if you want another way of earning passive income, then you should try KDP. It takes a little bit of hustling at the beginning because you're learning some things, but over a period of time, you will get so good that you won't even think twice about what you're doing, and you will know where to get your resources. You will know what needs to be done, and you will be able to assess the market and find that good niche. And I promise you, once you've found that good niche, more than likely, no one will stop you. So thank you guys for stopping by again, and thank you for your time. And I hope that you will watch my other videos. And if you like this video or if you like this content, please feel free to subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you.